Getting pregnant is often a reason to celebrate, but in Hollywood that is not always the case. The industry focuses on appearances, and getting pregnant can interfere with an actress's career. We might not think it's fair, but it is just the reality. Today on Beyond the Screen, I'm going to share 10 times that getting pregnant affected a celebrity's career. But before we get started, let me just start out by saying this is not shaming any women on this list who got pregnant. Unfortunately, it just maybe had them miss out on a role, or just changed the course of the path of their life. It is not to shame the fact that they became a mother. I'm your host for this one, I'm Josh Bedard. Come say hi to us on social media, you can find our links down below. And don't forget that at the end of every video we run a blooper reel, and I will handpick some of your comments and respond to them, so make sure you stick around for that. But for now, let's just get right into it. Beginning the list at number 10 is Victoria Beckham, known for being the posh addition to the iconic girl group the Spice Girls. They still hold the title of the best-selling female group of all time, rightfully so, selling over 80 million records worldwide. But it did come to a point where the group split up and she started releasing her own solo music. When she first announced her departure from the group, the sources said that it was because she had gotten pregnant. She gave birth to her first son in 1999, and the girl group officially split in 2000. Her rep at the time said she was suffering from exhaustion and wanted to take a break. Following the announcement of her second pregnancy, her solo single was shelved at the time, and she was reportedly dropped by Virgin Records. Fans were sad that she didn't do the reunited 2019 tour with the other girls, but now she's a mom of 4 and that just seems to be her focus, so we can understand that. Up next, number 9 is Lisa Bonet. People first came to know her when she played Denise on the TV series The Cosby Show. She was on the show from the years 1984 to 1991, playing the oldest daughter of the TV family, with Bill Cosby playing her father. People enjoyed her character so much that she was actually given her own spin-off series called A Different World. But she was fired from The Cosby Show in April 1991 for creative differences, and then her side series came to an abrupt end after the announcement that she was pregnant with her daughter Zoe Kravitz. The director of Different World, Debbie Allen, revealed the truth in 2018, saying that Bill Cosby had issues with Lisa being pregnant and was very possessive and controlling, so he used his power to get her off the show. Debbie actually wanted to use her pregnancy on the show, but he said that it would be a bad look. Cruising into number 8 is HAYDEN PANETTIERE. This one really upsets me, I am not gonna lie. The actress announced that she was pregnant in 2014, and the good news for her career was that they agreed to write her pregnancy into her show, Nashville. But where the pregnancy caused strain in her career is because people started criticizing her for how much weight she had gained. She is just over 5 feet tall, so she's like a little one. And she typically weighs around 106 pounds, but she revealed that she'd gained 40 pounds in her pregnancy, which was just a lot for her tiny frame. HAYDEN said that she was building some muscles in that weight gain for carrying it around all the time, and then people just accused her of lying. An article for Mom.me said she blamed her 40-pound weight gain on her athletic figure and that she was putting the wrong message out to the world. Give me a break. 40 pounds is nothing, you're carrying a freaking human in there. She's just little, so it looks big. On me that would look like nothing. Sliding into the number 7 spot is Isla Fisher. With being an actress, there comes the fact that for obvious reasons, if you become pregnant, you might have to back out of a role. This happened to Isla, and she had to step away from the sequel to her 2013 hit movie, Now You See Me. She was 3 months pregnant when it was announced that she'd be dropping out. Production started that November, and she just knew that she would not be able to do it and said her family is 100% her priority. Lizzie Kaplan was then cast as a new character in the movie to replace Isla's old character. The third installment is coming out in 2020, and fans are still wondering if Isla will be reprising her old role, but nothing has been confirmed yet. And at number 6 is Brandy. The singer/actress was on top of the world in her career back in the early 2000s, so it was shocking when she made the big announcement that she was pregnant in 2002. Her announcement claimed that she had gotten secretly married to her husband, Robert Smith, and that they were already 6 months pregnant. They did a reality show about it called Brandy Special Delivery, but viewers said that they could just tell that something was off. Turns out, her now ex said that they were actually never married and the relationship was just played up on the show. In 2014, Brandy went on the Oprah show and apologized for lying to her all those years ago when she claimed to have been married. She said she did that because she didn't want her career to be ruined. She explained that pregnancy out of wedlock was not a trend and felt that her image and career would be threatened by it, which kind of was, but more so because she just lied about it. I feel like if she would have been honest, maybe it wouldn't have ruined so many things for her. We're halfway through at number 5 and we have Catherine Zeta-Jones. Her story comes with both good and bad news. The bad news is that she had to drop out of her role for the drama Beyond Borders because she became pregnant at the time with her first child. She was later replaced by the one and only Angelina Jolie. Good news was she was able to continue filming her role in Traffic at the time because they adjusted the script so that her character could be pregnant. And that movie ended up winning 4 Oscars and she earned a nomination. But that is not to say her life as a mom did not affect her career, because it really did. For years we didn't see much of her as she had to step away from the spotlight to raise her 2 kids. Nowadays we still don't see much of her, and she said it's because she is older now and the odds just aren't in her favor anymore. Plus she's a mom. Here now at number 4 is BRISTOL PALIN. Some people would have came to know her in more recent years when she appeared on MTV's hit show Teen Mom, but others would know her for the epic scandal that sent the world in a frenzy more than 10 years ago. BRISTOL was just 18 years old when she announced her pregnancy, and it was only a huge deal because her mom was running for Vice President of America at the time. Not only did it affect BRISTOL's image and career at the time, she was only just 18, but it also affected her mom's. People criticized her parenting and claimed it wasn't a good look overall for her family. And no, she did not win the election, needless to say, and BRISTOL ended up ditching Teen Mom after its first season and now works full-time as a real estate agent. So yeah. In the 3rd spot is Jessica Simpson. Remember when she was strutting her stuff and barely nothing while she sang "These boots are made for walking"? She looked hot. She was once a Hollywood sensation, appearing in different movies and releasing her own albums and music videos. But in 2011, she announced her first pregnancy and her career took an overall shift. We stopped hearing her music and she was no longer on our screens anymore. In 2012, she signed a multi-million deal with Weight Watchers, vowing to use their diet plan to shed her pregnancy weight. She is now a mom of 3, and in more recent years, she's always been criticized for her weight, which has fluctuated significantly, but she's opened up about her addiction to alcohol and pills and reveals that she was at a low that no one even knew about. So overall, her career took a huge turn when she became a mom, but she is thrilled to share her new book with everyone called Open Book. How no one has come up with that title yet for a book is beyond me. Like how she gets to use that title, Open Book, like no one's come up with that yet? Taking over the number 2 spot is Hilary Duff. If you didn't know her as Lizzie McGuire, you simply knew her just as Hilary Duff. She was an iconic child star and grew up to have a successful acting and music career. From the outside looking in, her career seemed basically untouchable, but then she announced she was pregnant at the young age of 24. From that moment on, basically everything changed. Not that it was a negative thing, but she took a long break from the limelight, and for many years we didn't really hear from her. She recently spoke about this time in her life during an interview and said that it was very isolating at first because no one her age was a mom, especially in the industry. She said at times she felt sad about her pregnancy and felt like she lost a big chunk of her identity. Luckily though, she has found her way back into the spotlight all these years later and is now a mom of 2. In our number 1 spot is Jamie Lynn Spears. If you were a Nickelodeon fan, then this one probably hits closer to home for you. Britney Spears' little sis was the star of her own Nickelodeon show called Zoe 101, and many kids admired her and couldn't get enough of the show. I was personally obsessed with it. Being on Nickelodeon is basically the same thing as being on the Disney Channel, so you have to upkeep that innocent image and reputation. So you can imagine how everyone felt when it surfaced that Jamie was pregnant at just 16 years old. It caused a huge controversy for the network, and Nickelodeon canceled the show, which also meant that her co-stars lost the show with her. Down the road, Jamie recalled her pregnancy and said, "Things were not great for a while. I felt extremely guilty. I lived my life trying to be this perfect girl and I was about to let people down." She said she actually hid in her house for 3 weeks following the announcement, and security guards had to be present at all times. Alright guys, there's our list for today. Share your thoughts with me down in the comments and give it a like if you enjoyed it. I'm gonna end our time together with some comment shoutouts. Karen Rose says, "I've been to your hometown for about 20 minutes to say I've been out of country. I live about an hour from there." Did you enjoy your 20 minutes? There's really not much to do there. Tori Benson says, "Joss is the best. Can she do anything wrong?" Oh, many things. I can do a lot of wrong. Kiss Sloan says, "You say what most of us are thinking when you tell us the stories." I am that friend. I will basically say what everyone else is thinking, but they don't want to say it. I will say it. No problem. Kristen Owen says, "People need to use the brains they were given." Well, sometimes, Kristen, people weren't given brains. It's just how it goes. Alright guys, I'm getting out of here. Make sure you leave a like and a comment down below. You might be featured in my next video, and subscribe if you haven't already, but for now, just enjoy these bloopers. What you know about me? That was the dance in high school. Bean water? Listen, if any of you drink freaking black coffee, that is bean water. That's disgusting. It is healthy, but it's gross. At least throw some almond milk in there or something. Damn. You don't even need sugar, but anything. It's like watery coffee beans just gurgled in your. Ugh. Anyways. Production started that November and she just knew that she would not be able to do it and said her family is 100% her priority. Yep, no problem.